We carry this forward because the ultimate areas of survival is having a hope that tomorrow is going to be a better day.
Timuel Black is known as one of the Chicago area's greatest African-American historians. He passed away 4 months ago, just shy of his 103rd birthday. In tonight's special report, we take a look at how he will be remembered by history. From the time he was born, it seems Timuel Black was destined to be part of history. His birthday is December 7th, 1918, a date that later became known for the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Tim was also born during a pandemic and died during a pandemic.
He said, you know, I never really intended it to be in his, to become history. I just wanted to help people understand how we can make the world a better place in the future.
He tried to do that by working with some of the greatest civil rights leaders in U.S. history, helping to organize events like the March on Washington and the March from Montgomery to Selma. But he also made some significant history right here in Chicago on October 22nd, 1963.
200 and some thousand students stayed out of school. It was the largest demonstration around civil rights and education in the country, and the first large one in the North at the time. And I was one of the kids that stayed out of school. I remember that.
Warren Chapman is now the vice chair of the Chicago History Museum's Board of Trustees. He knew Black both personally and professionally. And Chapman says that boycott, also known as Freedom Day, opened up the country's eyes to see how widespread the battle for civil rights was at that time.
Sort of the struggle for civil rights was always viewed as a fight in the southern states about, you know, voting rights and education and equal opportunity, but it was those issues here too.
Black went on to write more chapters in Chicago and political history. He worked on Harold Washington's mayoral election campaign and Carol Moseley Braun's Senate campaign. He also mentored a future president, but that's not all.
All the marches with Dr. King and his involvement in bringing Dr. King to Chicago for that well-known visit and walk through Marquette Park.
Perry Ermer is the president and CEO of the DuSable Museum of African American History.
He'll be remembered here as an amazing community organizer, as one who could speak to all ages and all generations.
In addition to all that he witnessed on the civil rights front, Black was also one of the American soldiers who liberated concentration camps during World War II.
What he saw with his eyes, what he remembered, what he could speak to directly, were simply amazing stories and firsthand accounts.
Even as he prepared to close his final chapter, Ermer says Black made it clear the struggle was going to continue.
And he said to me that we have to tell our youth, we have to tell the young people to keep on keeping on.
What a life. Something else you might not know about Timuel Black, he was a huge jazz fan. Duke Ellington was his favorite. Black died October 13th, 2021 at his home on Drexel Boulevard.